Right, today we've got another gimbal to test, but it's one of these ones for the telephone. It's called the Smart X Pro. But not only are we going to be testing it in the hand down at the field, we're also going to be testing it here on the car. So what we've got is this set up here on the car, okay? We've got the gimbal there on the front, and we've got this one here so that we can record what actions happen with it as well. So what we're going to do is drive off down to the stables and give it a good old blast. Right, so let's get going. So on the way down to the stables, what you're going to see is the footage on the front of here, and when we get down there, you'll see the normal moves on there and some really unique bits on it, which I think you'll be pretty chuffed with. See you down stables.
I should have stayed with you last night instead of going out to find trouble. That's just trouble. Yeah. I think I run away sometimes whenever I get too vulnerable. That's not your fault. See, I wanna stay the whole night.
So down here at the stables, give it a good old test, and I've got a little helper with me today for it. But before we go and do that, let's go back to the studio and have a look at it. There's little Lily. Right, so we're back inside to have a look at the gimbal a little bit closer before we go and look at that footage from the tests that I've done. But it's worth pointing out to you that Peer Gear have sent me this free of charge. I'm not sponsored by them in any way, and they don't tell me what to say. In fact, this will be the first time they actually get to see this video just like you. So you'll get the good, the bad and the ugly. But not to disappoint you, here's today's little joke. What do you call a monkey with 2 bananas in his ears? Anything you want, because it can't hear you. Anyway, let's have a look at what you get in the box a bit closer up. It's pretty simple. You get the gimbal, get this handy small little tripod and the USB-C cable for charging, and it's as simple as that. Now, before I put the phone on, it's really easy to set up, as you can see, but this is one of the USPs for it. You see, if your phone's capable of wireless charging, well, you can charge it on the gimbal as well. How awesome is that? Let me show you how it works. Once the phone is on, all you need to do is long press the record button, and there, did you see that? It started charging. And here's another USP. You see, it's got this little ring light on it, and to switch it on, it's really easy. All you need to do is press the power button once, and it switches on, and it's got 3 light levels on it. One being low, yeah, press it again, and you get the middle level, then press it again, and you get the highest level. Here's a little test of it with the lights turned down to see how it works.
Wish that I could let you love me. Wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love.
Now, it's not a 120D, is it? However, it's a nice little extra to have. Also, the batteries are replaceable, and the cover, as you can see, is magnetic. It's nice and easy to use, and if you want to replace the batteries throughout the day and have a long shoot, then you can buy extra ones. And the great thing with that is the fact that it will never have that battery or that inbuilt even battery that will wear out and you'll have to chuck the gimbal away. I think that's a really good little extra. As well as showing you the test footage in a minute, what I'll do is also at the end of the video show you that drive down to the stables, because what it is on here as well is an anti-shake mechanism which actually smooths out the stuff, and I was really impressed with how it smoothed it out on top of the car and things like that. But like I said, that'll be at the end of the video. Now, I'm not saying you're all going to put it on the car and things like that, but it shows you how good it really works, and it gets rid of those little shakes and things like that, which, to be honest with you, is something I haven't seen on another gimbal yet. Or, well, I have on big gimbals, but not on these little ones for phones. And the app itself is really easy to download. You can get it for iPhone or Android, but to be honest with you, I could only get it on the iPhone from the store. I think you have to directly download it from the actual website for where they make this one, and I ain't going to try and pronounce that little word there. In fact, this word along here, it's too hard for me. Aochuan. It sounds like you're going to sneeze or something like that. Or does it actually mean their word for action camera? I don't know. The other good thing is, when you start up the app, you don't actually have to register an account. It just starts up and it's ready to go, as you can see. Now, inside the app, you can actually change the modes and things like that. So POV, lock and all of that side. But you can also do it on the joystick, just like this. By clicking the joystick, you'll go through them. Now, what you've got on here is pan follow. You've got lock, you got follow, and you got POV, just like anything else out there. And there are some creative modes on there as well. One of them, which I think you'll really enjoy. Firstly, you get the inception mode. That's the one where it rotates around for you, so you can get those shots walking down an alleyway, or like this that I've done with Lily, yeah, walking up to her and it's rotating around, just to add that little bit of creativity on there. But don't overuse that function, because I've seen a lot of videos where people are just going around doing that, and to be honest, yeah, it just ruins it. But in a minute, what you do is see that working down at the stables. But there's also another one on here. They've called it the Hitchcock mode, which I believe is to simulate that iconic move that most of you will know from the film Jaws. And again, you'll see that in action in a minute. Now yes, it has got a joystick on it, and to be honest with you, it does what it says on the tin. It's a joystick. But if you double tap it, what it will do is it will center the gimbal, and then if you tap it 3 times, it goes into that inception mode, so you don't actually have to go into the app to do it. So let's have a quick look at the app itself. You do also get face tracking on it, and you've also got body tracking. And this is a little test I've done with it. Now I don't know what it's going to come out like, but this is what it works like. And then from what I can gather is it'll track you and it'll follow you around just like this. I also like the fact that on the side here there's a little zoom button, so you don't have to touch the screen on your phone and operate it from there. It's all at the reach of your thumb. And it's also great that they've put a pull focus wheel on the side, which, as you can see here, it allows you to focus in on different stuff. If you're doing up close-up things, or if you're doing scenes where you've got 2 characters and things like that, you can you can focus from one to the other. I think that's a really good little extra. You don't have to rely on the phone itself. It's all built in with the app and the gimbal. It's also got various different panoramic modes on here, whereby you can set the pictures themselves and things like that, and what it will do is stitch it all together at the end for you. This is one I just did in the back garden just to show you it working. It's pretty cool, isn't it, that it actually built that in there as well. And from what I can gather is you can move the gimbal around and set all different scenes and things like that. There's loads of other functions on there which I'm not going to have time to go into this video. In fact, it'll probably be another 10-minute video just on the app itself. But if you've got any questions, leave them down in the comments below and I'll try and get back to you. Now, as you know, they sent me this one free. Now, normally I do giveaways, but I've been doing quite a few of those over the years. And to be honest with you, a lot of people that enter into them just get them to go on and sell them. So what I'm going to do now, so if any other companies are going to send me gear and things like that, and it's stuff that I don't want to use or won't keep or make use of, because I don't use telephones. Telephones? God, I'm showing my age there, aren't I? I don't use mobiles for filming and things like that. I just like to use my mirrorless cameras, my Canons and things like that. But what I'm going to do now is start giving them away to charities. So this one's going to go into a raffle for a local, well, not local to me, but a local hospital whereby one of my colleagues at work's sons suffer from cancer, and it's going to be used for that. And I'm going to do that with other stuff in the future. I know that'll upset some of you who want to give away, but to me that's a better thing to do with it. So let's get down to the stables now. Check out the different modes and the footage, but don't forget, at the end of the video, you'll be able to check out that footage of it being on the front of the car. Well, there you go. What do you think? Let me know down in the comments down below. And like I said, if you've got any questions whatsoever, leave them down there as well, and I'll try and answer them within 24 or 48 hours like I normally do. Now, I hope you found this one useful, and if you did, give it the old thumbs up, please. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button for more videos, reviews, plus out and about films coming along in the future. Stay safe out there, everyone. Have fun making stuff, keep smiling, and until the next time, cheers for now.
I should've stayed with you last night instead of going out to find trouble. That's just trouble. See, I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna lay with you till the sun's up. I wanna let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I've tried. I wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Wish that I can let you love. Wish that I can let you love me. Say, what's the matter? What's the matter?
But there is another mode on here as well. They call it the Hitchcock mode, which I believe is but there is another creative mode. But there's also another creative mode